Okay, we're starting. I'm not saying anything, right? Right.
It's somethingplanet.com. Their videos and podcasts are the bomb. Tune on in, they'll have their say. It's Stu and John and Dave today. It's somethingplanet.com.
Something Planet Podcast, episode number 533. Welcome to it. I'm your host, John J. And with me are more comedians. I just keep bringing comedians every week because it's fucking fun. Give it up for James Bothwell and JJ Curry.
Yeah, JJ.
You're hanging out with me.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah, well, JJ, you're doing so well on YouTube. Every time I post you in an episode, everybody, like I post the clips or whatever, I get way more comments, I get way more views. I'm like, I want JJ here every week.
Yeah. I don't
God,
yeah.
I wish it would translate to mine.
I wish this was maybe translating better to getting booked on shows. But no, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
I love having you guys here. I got a new camera. I don't know if you guys can't see, but I don't know if people at home notice. We got a new camera. This is the OBS Bot Tiny 2 that's on me.
Okay.
And it's got this thing, like, I don't want to fuck with it because if you give it hand signals.
Do it flip?
Yeah, it'll flip around.
What?
It'll like apparently there's a whole sign language that you can give this fucking thing.
Really?
To make it do different shit. So I guess what it's for is for like when we're on stage, it's supposed to like track you. So I'm going to use this at the next show that I'm at.
Okay.
And it's supposed to just follow you around the stage.
Okay. I've been doing a lot more walking on stage lately. I've been trying to get my Chris Rock on.
That's when you get those bigger stages. You're like, shit, I got to use
I want to
some
use
of
the
this
stage.
space.
I've been trying to use space lately. I'm like, let me
Right.
see. I'm going to set up a punchline, set up punchline.
Yeah, that's what I do, the Chris Rock thing when I'm in a theater.
Yeah,
I did,
the one started fucking around till you stop to deliver the punchline.
Yeah, you got to stop and face one particular audience member and then deliver the punchline.
I do the Raffy May. I do a set up, punchline in the middle.
I saw that YouTube video too.
Yeah.
Yeah. My stages, every stage I'm on is like the size of a pallet, so I can't do much walking. I can't do much walking.
That's how I was. That's what was going on Sunday. Sunday did Tidal Brewing. Have you guys?
And that was an actual pallet, wasn't it?
It was like a RC Cola pallet.
Oh wow, I'm sorry.
That's what it was. It was blue. It was made of plastic.
How
and
tall
it was blue.
off the ground?
It was the width of a normal sized pallet. Okay. That's how high it was off the ground.
I saw the photos online. Candace August was standing.
That's the one she was on.
Yeah, Candace was like, I wore the wrong fucking shoes to stand on this pallet because she's got heels, and the heels were the exact same size and shape as the holes in the fucking pallet. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those photos. I was like, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I told Ryan, I was like, bro, just get a rug, man. You go to Home Depot, you get a rug for $20.
Man.
And you can throw it over this motherfucker, and it'll be fine.
You live and you learn. Next time you go there.
Next time, he was just posting before I jumped on here. I was taking a piss and I was looking at Facebook and he was posting, this was the greatest show yet. And I was like, yeah, motherfucker, because you hired 3 headliners.
Yeah, it's super easy to have 3 people that just murders.
You hire 3 actual headlining comedians and pay them actual money. Then they'll show up and then everybody will have a good time. Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, this is what happened.
If you book 10 amateurs, then it might not be the greatest show ever. You know,
Right.
Get what you pay for.
or you have like maybe 3 amateurs and then 1 headliner.
Yeah,
That's all you need, really.
you just need somebody to round it off at the end.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
like somebody to close off, but like it was okay.
But it was it was a really good show though. I got to admit. Tidal Brewing. I don't know who makes the beer there, but it's excellent.
Probably
It's
the guys at Tidal Brewing.
probably the brewer
It's probably
there.
one guy
Brewers
at
at Tyler
Tyler
Brew.
Brew, and his whole job is to make beer.
Yeah, well, it's probably the owner. Usually it's the owner, right?
He's like, I
don't know. James was a brewer for a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah, he knows how to make beer. Do
like
you
you
ever
fuck with
you ever
yeast.
think about making it at home just for
No.
yourself?
No, fuck that.
No, you just hate it now.
No. What the Joker say? If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like, you need all that equipment to make like the home brew. You need all kinds of dumb
Oh, it's like
equipment.
$1,000 of equipment, right?
Is making beer similar to making liquor?
Yeah,
Well,
and yes and no.
Well, it's brewing versus distilling.
But to make the actual liquor, you do need like a grain mash, the same you do as like brewing to make the actual liquor itself.
But you need hops for beer, right?
You do.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you don't add hops to a beer, then it's not beer.
What is that then?
Hops is the seasoning.
Okay.
So that's like if you didn't
like
have
salt and
hops. If you didn't have hops, yeah, that'd be like having a chicken breast without salt and pepper.
Ugh.
Like nobody wants that.
So white people don't
real
season
white
their
people
food.
shit.
Yeah,
White people don't
nobody
season
wants
their
that.
food, but they'll season their drinks. That's
Right,
crazy.
yeah, that's how it goes, bro. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they'll put mustard in the potato salad.
This potato salad is too spicy.
Yeah, mayonnaise is too spicy.
Yeah, mayonnaise is way too
Why
spicy.
do y'all love raisins? Like,
That is horse shit. That's slander. I've never had that in my life. I've never even tried that. I've seen it.
every time.
I've seen it before, but I
seen grapes.
have not tried it.
I've seen grapes in chicken salad. I've seen apples.
I'll put grapes in a chicken salad.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't like
bro.
that?
Mm-mm.
No.
Maybe a little bit of celery for some crunch. Keep the fucking fruit bowl out of my chicken and mayonnaise, bro.
And it's funny because
I've done it before, but it was only to impress white women. To be honest,
I feel you.
I've made it before, and it was just to impress white
Were you
women.
hosting a book club?
I don't know how many times white people look at me and be like, with food environment, they're like, I have to feed you just because they look at black people in the sense of like, we're going to be the judge of all food. So it's just, so they're like, JJ, you eat my dressing. It tastes delicious. And I'm like, I don't like dressing. And they were like, no, you should try mine. I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah, they're like, please. JJ, watch me do a dance move. Let me know if it's good or not.
Why do I got to be the judge of this?
That's because black dudes are the judge of what's cool, bro. I mean,
in America, yes.
In America, for sure.
For
I mean,
sure.
look at everything that's cool.
You're the cool police. Yeah.
We're the cool.
for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we don't hurt nobody though.
Yeah, no, yes,
No.
well,
Right.
yeah, but the cool police would never beat anybody else.
Exactly, yeah. The cool police is
fried
not
by
exactly the LAPD.
The cool police are cool. They're not hitting anyone with clubs.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It is. So I didn't mean to do this, but it happened that we are an all veteran podcast, all military veteran podcast this week on the Something Planet podcast.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool because there's a lot of issues. We were talking about a lot of issues and complaints and good things about being military veterans before the show.
Yeah.
So I think, honestly, a lot of people don't talk about this or even hear anybody talk about this because most veterans are not comedians.
No.
And most veterans keep to them fucking selves.
Because they hate people.
Because
Yes.
they hate people. And I do hate people.
I hate people
Oh,
too.
yeah, I
have
do
a
too.
tolerance. I have a threshold that I can go to.
I told you I went to book the room just to have alone time by myself.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just going to book
He got a
I'm like,
hotel
yeah.
room so that he didn't have to hang out with his nieces and nephews.
And I put my
yeah.
phone in the far corner. Then nobody
Yeah.
text me. And
Nice.
they was just like, oh, this felt.
That's
He,
perfect.
he wasn't getting away from like a wife. He was like getting away from families.
Yeah. Watching Dr. Phil reruns.
Yeah, I was like, oh. I didn't even know they still had cable.
Hell
Like,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. These are commercials? What am I doing?
Yeah, I was telling JJ before the show that I actually just did a people-free cleanse for over 24 hours.
Oh, yeah?
Because I had last week, every single day of the week, except for Saturday, I did either a podcast, a game show recording, or a radio show or a comedy show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a lot of people to interact
Like,
with.
and it was so many people that I have to, because you have to cooperate with people, you have to interact with people, you have to be friendly.
You're like a people pleaser.
You have to
too.
entertain
Yeah.
people. So I did a people free cleanse. I only talked to dogs for over 24 hours.
Yeah.
I feel great today. Yeah, I feel. I was like, I was on the fence about having a podcast yesterday, but after that cleanse, I was like, yeah, come on over. I'm good now. I did it.
Just did it. Great job.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's out of town, so I'm living the single life.
Welcome.
Did you just order pizza and fuck around with the dogs yesterday?
I had a French bread pizza.
Yep.
In the
Stouffer's,
air fryer,
baby.
Stouffer's French bread
Yeah.
pizza. You know that can go in the air fryer for 6 minutes.
No, I
Perfect.
did not
Every
know
guy
that.
is so unhealthy when they don't have the person.
Oh,
taking
absolutely.
Yeah, I eat when Leah's around. I cook like healthy meals. I go to museums.
Mm-hmm.
You learn, you make yourself a better
Yeah,
person.
I'm a better.
Yeah.
I'm a better person.
Well, as soon as you leave, no,
Yep.
the filth is back.
As soon as I'm jacking off in a bathrobe and eating French bread
Hey, right.
pizzas.
Getting McDonald's twice in a day.
hands just filthy. Like just,
just not washing nothing.
It's fucked up. So I did dishes yesterday, but anyway, so people cleanse. We're here. We're doing all veterans podcast.
Yeah.
So James, you're in the Army, right?
I was. Yes, I was.
think we've talked about this on the show before, right? Or have we not brought it up?
I don't think we have. Actually.
Oh, okay. So we haven't brought up Veterans Affairs. On that. So you served in the Army from what year? What 05 to
04 to 09.
04 to 09.
Good years. Good years.
Yeah. That's like
those are your prime years.
Prime PTSD years.
I gave you my all. I gave you my prime.
I was 21 to 26. Okay. That's how old I was.
I can't.
Well, you may know my brother.
Maybe. What's his name?
Demario Johnson, Sergeant Johnson.
Where was he stationed?
Fort Campbell and Fort Bliss.
Nope. I was in Korea and Colorado.
Okay, cool.
So I missed him.
Korea and Colorado.
I should put my brother information out there. So I'm like, but I know Johnson. I know Sergeant J.
And the motherfucker's this tall.
He looks just like me, but skinnier.
So you're from a military family. You and your brother both served.
Me and my brother, my stepdad, my aunt, and my uncle.
So
and then just me, and they all told me to go Air Force.
And they all told you to go Air Force because that's the best one. So you were Air Force from what year to what year?
2010, 2000. I got megally separated in 2012, 13.
So 2000.
2 years, not too.
Yeah.
bad.
So you have a different story than most people.
My story is not a happy story. It's a sad one. You're gonna cry a little bit.
It's like you gave your all.
I gave him my all.
the old college try.
You gave it a shot, and
I don't know if I gave him all. I just took it all.
And then the universe was like, no.
They were like, you know what? You're so much funnier than this. Just go ahead and get you a way out.
So why did you guys join? Like I don't know who wants to go first.
I joined.
Yeah.
Because I was already debating it. Because I was like, I don't want to go to college.
You're from a small town.
I'm from a small town. I didn't want to stay in Dublin, Georgia, but I did.
That's kind of a thing in small towns. Is like, hey, that's one option.
Yeah.
They got a free bus.
Or play football.
They'll just take you there.
Yeah, they would.
Like they'll pick your ass up.
They did. They literally did.
Like you don't have to do much. They'll take you.
I actually recruited myself. Because I was finna go Army because the Air Force guy wouldn't answer my phone calls. So finally, the last day, I was just like, if he don't answer today, I'm just gonna call the Army people.
Yeah.
And no lie, he answered, and I was like, hey man, I've been trying to reach out to you for like 3 weeks. He was like, oh, you gotta take an Advil. Like, I already took my Advil. He like, can you email it to me? And I did. And then he called me back 20 minutes later and was like, yo,
that's
money your
now.
address. Let me get you in. I was like, cool, bet. Nice. But I literally joined. I was already debating it, and then I had to take a test, my anatomy test, super early that morning for first period, and I was gonna fail it. And I was like, I need at least one more day. And then the announcement, they was like, hey, the Asval is early in the morning for breakfast. You got to stick around for breakfast. Stay after breakfast. You can take the Asval and you can skip your first period.
I did the exact same thing.
And I took it. And then I didn't know what the score was. I didn't know you could study for it and none of that shit.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because I did it to get out of something. I don't remember what. But I remember just basically filling that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even try. You know? Right. I don't remember taking a test. I remember being like, if I can finish this motherfucker early, I can go to lunch.
Mm-hmm. They told me, I was like, what do you need to do to pass? They're like, well, you gotta have a certain score to get grades. And they were like, well, I already said I was debating it. So I was like, what you gotta get into the Air Force? They're like, you gotta make a 50. And I thought to myself, I done made plenty of 50s.
That's a pretty attainable goal.
I done made plenty of 50s in my life, bro. So that's literally what happened. That's all it was like. We'll do. Oh, no, bro. Want to leave Dublin, Georgia. Mm-hmm. And just happened to be smart enough to get the grade I needed. You got
the Air Force. I don't think I qualified for the fucking Air Force. Did you take the ASVAB test, or were you too old already?
No, I for sure did. I didn't take it in high school though. I took it when I was getting ready to join.
Okay, so they still give it even if you're adult. They give you the test.
Yeah, you take it in the.
Oh, I thought when you were an adult they just didn't care.
So I took it and I nailed it too. And the recruiter was like, "You can have whatever job you want." So I was like, and I dumbly chose police.
You guys both chose police, right?
Yeah.
So you were Air Force, military police, and you were Army military police.
Right.
And I was also
motherfucker, you did it too.
I didn't join. No, I was tasked out. Okay.
Well, that's because the Marine Corps don't give a fuck what you want.
Yeah, the Marine Corps doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, no, I was
We need a
tasked
number
out
here.
to be military police at one time
Yeah.
in my 4-year career because they thought I wasn't going to deploy again. So they were like, "Oh, well, you're useless in our unit. Let's give you away to this unit."
Yeah.
You know, that's how they do it.
That's how the Army and
That's how they do
Marine
it. It's
had a
like
lot.
It's like baseball. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
just need somebody-
You're the player to be named later.
Yeah,
Get the
like
fuck outta
we'll
here.
trade this guy for a fucking water cooler and a mop.
Designated for assignment. I mean, get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all did military police at one time or
Yeah.
another. I actually I'm repping my FBI shirt today because a friend of mine is in the FBI.
What?
Friend that I've been hanging out with recently. Cool
Okay,
guy. I
I'm
don't
not
want
gonna
to say
talk
his
to
name
him.
on the podcast.
Yeah,
but
you probably shouldn't do that.
I'm friends with an FBI
At
agent.
least
He
show
gives
me
me
a
cool.
picture so I know somebody looking.
Gives me cool T-shirts. No, I'm kidding. I stole this out of some guy's fucking locker at the gym.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not friends with any fucking feds.
Yeah.
Are you fucking
That
kidding
narc.
me?
Yeah.
I would be friends with a Fed. If
I'm kidding. I really am. I really
wouldn't-
am.
Not DEA, but Fed. Yeah, I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't. You know, I was hanging out with some cops the other day,
Oh yeah.
and I not purposefully,
Yeah, I was about to say on purpose.
not
Why-
purposely, but I got all nervous, and then I was like, wait a minute, I don't even do anything illegal anymore.
Yeah. You
I was
have a
like, I
card.
have
Like
no scams.
you're
I have
completely
no. I'm
above
not
board.
dealing drugs.
Yeah.
I
I get nervous around cops too.
yeah. I just
you should though. You have every right
No,
to be
I-
nervous around cops.
sometimes I forget my privilege. Is what I'm saying.
It's funny when people be like, "How can you not be like cops?" I'm like, "Bro, you don't like cops."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's just-
who like cops don't like cops.
Yeah, I was a cop. I hated it. Like once I started doing it, I was like, oh no.
yeah. It made my skin. I walked. I got the halves. I can't.
Yeah. Like some cops are literally the worst people I've ever met. My time as an MP,
It can be
man,
scary. Yeah, shit is scary.
Man, some of those guys are
The problem with cops is that they have a lot of power.
Yeah.
well with anything.
Like you guys, so we've all been in that role. It's not the same in the military. It's way different.
and you have less rights in the military, so you have
Yeah,
more
you have
power.
way-
Yeah, so
Like,
you
yeah.
have more power, but also you are policing the most dangerous people in the entire
Yes.
country.
Well, I have a joke about it on stage. Is like my time as an MP is like I spent half the time fighting guys named Ahmed in Iraq, and then I spent the other half fighting guys named Kyle in their barracks.
Yeah,
room.
well-
because all those guys get drunk and want to fight because they know how to fight more.
Yeah,
than the
they know
average
how to
guy,
fight. They
and wanna
are
fight-
killers.
and they want to fight the cops.
It's
Yeah,
like most of the
like-
the cops around here in the city, they're dealing with people. Most of the people they're dealing with are not killers.
Scientologists and CPAs.
Yeah,
So,
Scientologists,
you gotta worry about
lawyers.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Mormons riding around here.
So Mormons are
It's
gangsters.
not trained killers. Okay?
Scientologists
Yeah.
are gangsters. Yeah, they're not. Some of the guys I've arrested. I mean, it took 7 of us to take one dude down.
And they'll
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about it for days. They were like, "This is my story."
Oh, yeah,
Like, I don't
dude.
want to. Bro, you making my job hard. I'm not going to yours.
Dude, the worst is when I was stationed at Fort Carson. There's I think it's the 5th Special Forces Group. Is that and
Yeah.
when shit would go down there, you're like, fuck, man. Like I legit had to try to put a Green Beret in handcuffs.
Those guys are tiny.
Like,
Those guys are tiny, and they will hit you harder than you've ever
oh,
been
dude,
hit
those guys
before.
are like they're like 2% body fat, man. It's
Yeah.
like trying to wrestle a snake. You
I
know, like
I was stationed at Herbert Field, which is like a spec out base, and it was the same people. Like you just see small base, bunch
Yeah.
of spec out people just running around training. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You
Doing
want me
whatever
to
the
Training,
fuck they want,
train,
and
bro.
they're
What the fuck they
drinking.
want? Training
Yep.
and drinking. They're like,
That's
you think
it.
I'm finna
Blowing
stop
shit
these-
up,
these
riding
niggas
dirt
got-
bikes.
They got their whole thigh meat out. You think I'm trying to? I'm trying to
Yeah, they're
run?
drinking
Yeah.
and fighting in underpants.
Yeah.
the whole time.
with mohawks and
It
shit.
Yeah.
took me 13 weeks to learn my job. I'm not doing this with you. Like, this is-
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, well, I am not special.
yeah, no, I'm
Like-
regular as fuck, bro.
Pepper spray comes in here. I pepper sprayed plenty of motherfucker.
Yeah.
I am
Have you
not-
ever been pepper sprayed?
Oh yeah, you
Have
have
you?
to. You have
Yeah.
to. Be,
Oh,
you
we
have to
didn't-
be sprayed.
You didn't get qualified for
no,
it?
I didn't. Of course not. I got tasered.
You got
I
tasered.
didn't get. I've been hit with a stun gun as a joke.
Yeah, no.
I got hit as like a prank. Someone hit me with one in Iraq.
It was
I
like
got-
you want to get pepper sprayed or taser, and I was like, taser.
Did you piss your pants?
No.
Oh, good
but
for you.
I did feel like
I've been hit with like the civilian taser, and I didn't think it was
Like,
that bad.
did it go in? Like
No,
in your skin?
it's-
like
it-
the
no, it's
thing?
like
They
the
did
one you
alligator
hold.
clamps. They did the
No,
alligator
no,
clamps
it's
on
like the
you?
one that you hold and put up to somebody.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
that's a
like
stun
taser
gun.
guns. Yeah.
Stun gun, yeah, it's not a
that's-
taser.
Yeah, it's not a taser.
The taser
Yeah.
is a 5.3 ride of lighting. 5.3 seconds, and it's just and then the guns they have, if you keep holding on, you can go longer.
Right.
But it's fucking.
It's like 50,000 volts,
It's
right?
crazy, bro. And they locked you up. It locked you up, and then as soon as we would leave. But I felt like I had one of the best orgasms ever.
Right.
Like, like,
do it again.
It was like, oh my god.
Shit.
Well, I did not feel like that after getting pepper spray. That
no,
shit
you don't.
was the
No.
worst pain I've ever
So
felt. in my life.
you've qualified on pepper spray.
Yes.
I have too.
It fucking
is
sucks,
the
dude.
worst.
It is it's the worst pain I've ever felt ever.
I did the pepper spray certification with another Marine that I had served in Iraq with, and he had been shot in his sternum. Fortunately, he was wearing body armor. He was
Right.
wearing the plate.
But that's like getting hit in the chest with a sledgehammer.
yeah, or worse.
Right.
And so it hit dead center of his chest, ricocheted through his bicep. And then the round went clear through his bicep, and he was like, the pepper spray was worse.
Yeah, that shit will stop a freight train. I'm convinced, dude. Of speeding for you spray pepper spray on
What
the
I
front
know
of
about
it.
pepper spray.
Well, I mean, that's why they use it on bears.
Dude, it's awful.
Right?
I had chemical burns. Like, I was peeling the skin off my eyelids and shit. I had to go to the hospital. Like, my wife was like, you got to go to the emergency
Yeah, well,
room."
you're extra sensitive to it. That's why I'm really worried for you in the upcoming.
Oh yeah, you're
Nah,
doing,
bro, it's going to be fine.
You're doing
the
hot
upcoming
mess?
hot mess.
I am doing a hot mess. It's
I'm
going
a
to be fine.
two-time. I'm a two-time.
Are you a two-time winner?
Yeah, I'm not winner. I don't think you win.
I'm a two-time competitor. No,
There are no winners.
I'm a three-time competitor.
Yeah, I'm a three-time competitor.
Nobody wins.
I think I got nobody wins. I think I got the record of most wings eaten.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I'm at
he asked
4.
for an extra one.
Yeah, I
Nice.
didn't ask for it. I think I went there to go see. I went there to see a show, and another comedian friend, Cam Bertrand, was on it, and he was complaining about his wing, and he saw me in the crowd. I'm like, "Fuck you, JJ, come up here and eat a wing." And I'm like, "Fuck it," and I walked up there, and ate the wing off his. It was terrible. Horse mistake.
Terrible
Cocky.
mistake.
You just should not be cocky. Like,
How hot? I heard some shit that it was like 2 million, 3 million Scoville
I threw up
units.
everywhere in the parking lot.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Bro, come on. That's, oh, man.
Projectile.
I've told the story
Damn,
a
dude.
few times, but yeah, I did not do good.
Yeah.
Well, people reach out to me when they saw I've been promoting it.
And
right?
I love hot food.
So do I.
I love hot
Like,
food.
It's a difference between liking hot food and just eating hot just
Well,
'cause.
pain.
Right.
Yeah. Because there's a difference between taste and pain. You know, like,
Yeah.
have you ever done the Pocky one chip challenge? That,
I want to do that.
I've
but
never
then this
tried
thing
that.
about my stomach.
and you should be concerned about
Yeah.
it. Because
Yeah.
I did it a couple years ago, and I had, didn't go to work the next day. I was
Yeah.
fucked up.
No, bro.
Dude,
There's
I could,
a fine line between the two.
and that's what I'm worried about with this hot mess thing.
No,
but-
it's just hot.
yeah, but I mean, I'm
It's
worried
just-
about
it's nightmarishly hot.
yeah, that sucks.
yeah.
That fucking sucks.
Like I can't describe it with any better words. I don't think
Nightmarishly hot.
it's hot. Like so, you've had the pepper spray, so it's
Yeah.
not as hot as that.
Well, good because then that's
So
like
it's
the
maybe
worst
like
thing in the world.
1/8 as hot as that.
Oh, all right. I've actually been
Like
training
that's
a little
bad
bit.
enough, though.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's,
Well, that's directly in your mouth. You have to eat it and
Right.
chew it and then speak.
dude. I'm coming prepared as fuck. Like I'm
maybe
bringing
it's
gloves.
maybe it's not, maybe it's
I'm bringing-
more
Oh, they
fifth.
give you gloves.
good. Well, they fucking
They give
better
you gloves.
because
No,
like,
I was the one that instituted gloves.
You should.
because
you should, man.
Because
yeah.
Dick Roos, I was on the very first one. I was the very first contestant on the very first hot mess, and then Dick Roos was like, "No gloves." He was totally against gloves, and I snuck some in my back pocket. And as soon as he walked off stage, I put them on.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's just being smart.
You should
He made
100%.
fun of me.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Whatever.
I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
either because I don't want it to hurt my hands.
Yeah, no shit.
Also, it
It's already
hurts
hurt
whatever
my
you
fucking
touch
face.
afterwards.
You gotta go.
You gotta go
bathroom.
pee.
Yeah.
You got to go tinkle.
You're trying to wipe your butt.
I've
after
also
eating those wings.
I've also hosted hot mess, and one time when I served wings, I got some of the sauce on my finger, but I didn't notice.
Did you get in your eye?
And then no, I got it on to my nutsack. Actually, I accidentally placed the sauce right on that spot where your ball sack meets your dick.
Oh.
That spot.
That's pretty sensitive.
That's a
right there.
sensitive spot, right
That's
where
like
they
where
meet.
two rivers meet.
Yeah,
With the colors.
yeah.
mixed together.
Nigga mad at the Delta. Just,
Yeah, it was a Delta, and it was the worst place to put the hot sauce.
Yeah, that is the worst place,
It was
dude.
so-
Because if you would have went further down, it'd have been not as bad because your nutsack skin's a little tougher. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, it's a little tougher. But it's just right in that sensitive spot.
real.
Yeah, right.
It's like no one ever touches this spot.
No, it's,
We're putting hot sauce
It's raw.
here.
Yeah,
It's
right.
a raw spot.
The genital delta.
Genital Delta is the name of the episode.
Oh, perfect, dude. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. Right off the top of the dome.
Yeah, man. It was not. I do have the record of most wings eaten, but I think I won it once.
I've never
Yeah.
won it, although I thought I should have won it.
Yeah. You went against. Was it? Who was the song?
I forget who I lost to.
I know I lost to the dude with the cows. Who got here selling cows?
Cows? Tim the dairy farmer?
Him. I lost to
Tim
Tim
the
the
dairy
dairy
farmer.
farmer.
Oh.
Yeah, I lost to him.
That cornbread motherfucker could probably eat 100 of those
Dude,
wings and not
dude.
even fucking blink.
No, he was terrible. I think it was, I lost to him. And
That
then
dude looks like a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Like if you shaved a Sasquatch.
Cool.
It was
Yeah.
not. I don't know what I was like. They told me they were bringing it back, and I'm like, you only gonna get young comers. Like it's just that's the only.
Yeah, like we're not doing this again.
I volunteered for it because I've been every once in a while I'll hang out
well,
with
you're
Jada.
young and hungry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know about the young part, but I'm definitely trying to get the name.
Yeah, well,
When I
you-
mean young comers, I mean less
Yeah,
than
when
5
I-
yeah,
years.
Yeah, when I
That's
say
the
young, I
age.
mean young.
Yeah.
You were born when you first stepped on stage.
Oh,
That's when you were
wow.
born.
Boom. Fucking mind blown. Fuck Jesus being reborn.
Yeah, fuck Jesus. I'm talking about like you now. As soon as you step on that stage, you
You're a whole
now
different
know.
person.
You
Right.
now know the joy and the pain.
The pain
Of being
a
on that
comedian.
stage.
Yeah. I volunteered for it. Last time
That's
I
why I
hung out
don't
with
help.
Chandler.
That's why I don't help people that want to be comics with their jokes. I was like, I'll help you with your jokes once you are a comic. I was like, go to open mic and do those jokes, and I'll help you with those jokes.
I won't even help you
They're
with
like,
the
no,
joke.
you won't help
Yeah.
me. Yeah, no, but they'll be mad. Like you won't even help me before I get on stage. I'm like, no.
No,
No,
You need to
I
go,
will
you need to
not
go
help you.
suffer.
People
You
expect
have to go
that?
do it. Just
People
go do
expect
it.
that?
I had somebody block me. I had a friend, a
What?
longtime friend, block me because I was like, I'm not helping with your jokes. Come out to my open mic, do your jokes, and then I'll help you.
Damn.
And they blocked me.
Are they still doing it in like now? Do I
No,
know
they
the
never
person?
did comedy.
Well, so fuck that.
They
person.
never
Who
once
cares?
did comedy.
Yeah.
As far as I
Yeah.
know.
I have people
See-
call me in the middle of the night, but like, let me run the joke to you. I'm like, don't do that. Just go do the jokes.
Yeah.
Like, do the jokes. I promise you, I will at least see it at least one time. And once I see it, I'm not gonna say shit because
I'll help people. I'm blunt. I was talking about this with my therapist today.
Yeah.
I'm a blunt person.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
And that's what she was saying. And I was like, yeah, but like people end up hating me.
Well, some people just
Because I'm blunt. I'm like, hey, I don't like that.
some people can't take.
I don't like it when you say
Directly,
that.
you know what I'm
Or
saying?
I don't like it when you do that. Or I don't like your comedic performance.
I'm a blunt person too.
Yeah, I think
I'm
you
also
have to
like-
be. I think
Yeah.
if you're a comedian, you have to.
Well,
be,
that is,
you
yeah,
know?
that's what
Like,
that's the
I am
thing.
not gonna tip.
That's
like
the
if-
thing that she said is that your profession is giving your opinion at all
Right.
times. So
Because
I
one
don't-
thing I will not do is
don't
I
know.
will not be like good set when that was not a good set.
I don't know.
won't-
I'll tell you good shit.
I won't
'Cause
do that.
if you hear me laugh, I will laugh at you bombing.
no, I
Like,
do.
overly.
You guys have never met him, but I do the old Joe Riga favorite. This was a guy that I came up with that I did comedy with. Absolutely hilarious. He would instead of good set, he would give you a fist bump and he'd be like, "How did that feel?" That's what I give out now. How did that feel?
That's not. I like that.
I remember
It's
that
like,
bomb.
was it? Because it applies to whether if you were good
good
or
or
bad.
bad.
You're
Right,
like, how
yeah.
did that feel?
How did it feel? I remember I bumped one time in front of like a bunch of my friends, and it was the first time I bumped in a minute. And they were like, "Yo, the fucking Matt Williams was like, oh, he bleeds. He fucking bleeds." I was like, "Yeah, it's okay to bomb. You're supposed to bomb Monday through Wednesday."
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that makes sense because you're not. Yeah,
Try some
Thursday
shit.
through Sunday is when it's
Yeah,
supposed
Thursday
to
to
matter.
Sunday is when it matters, but Monday through Wednesday, go bomb.
Try some shit out.
Yeah, that's that's your opportunity to be like, hey, everyone's dick look like weird like mine or whatever, you know? Like you're not gonna do that at, like off the top of your head in a room full of fucking people.
I'm not gonna do that. This
I mean,
weekend.
I will.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I will, but I'm what is called eccentric.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I'm not.
Well, it's just eccentric just means that you're white and you have enough money.
Yeah,
and also crazy.
Yeah. I guess you have me on that.
I got you. I'm diversified, okay? My portfolio is diversified.
Eccentric. Yeah.
I'm very
You
eccentric.
got pages.
So we're talking about veteran stuff. We're talking about comedy stuff. How do you guys? Because I've heard this brought up online a bunch of times, and I never really talked about it with anybody because it is fucking stupid, or I think it's fucking stupid. But how do you feel when comedians talk about veterans when they're talking about like veteran comedians
Are there
as military veterans?
Are they? Hold on, wait. Say it again.
Yeah, that was too confusing.
Yeah, that was pretty confusing.
So comedians a lot of times will be like, "Oh yeah, that comic, he's a veteran."
Yeah.
But what they mean is he has been a comedian for a long time.
Oh, he's a
vet
comedy veteran.
Yeah. How do you feel about comedians
I mean,
taking
look,
that term?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, because I
whatever.
don't really care about
I
it.
don't care. You know,
I think because
if they show up wearing a fucked up uniform and he's like, I'm a veteran, might have a problem.
mean-
Well, that's stolen valor. That's a different
Right,
thing.
yeah.
don't do stolen valor.
Yeah, don't do that.
There was a dude in Ybor City that used to walk around in a Marine Corps, I think he dress blues,
Oh no.
and with a bunch of medals on his chest.
Didn't even know what the medals meant.
A bunch of army medals and shit.
It was it was like a mishmash of shit that did not apply. And he ended up getting thumped up pretty hard.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
He ended up getting beaten up, and
I'll say
then
this.
they actually wrote I think Florida actually wrote a law because of this guy. Like you can't do stolen valor anymore. You can't pretend to be a veteran.
Don't.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, why would you want to?
You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Believe me,
your
bro.
free meal at Applebee's once a year is not
Free
worth
meal,
it.
yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not worth
I
it.
haven't even had my free meal in so many.
Right, yeah, I don't want that shit.
But yeah, I honestly I feel as a veteran comedian and as a veteran of the United States Marine Corps that there are a lot of similarities between comedy and serving.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys think that?
I think there's a lot of comedians, even now, they're like ex-military. They have military history. They just don't talk about it anymore.
They don't talk
Right.
about it, but because a lot of times it's hard to talk about. I've been a comedian for 15 years, and this is the first year that I've actually been doing military jokes on stage.
I'm 11 years now, and the only time you ever hear about me mentioning the military is like if I'm mentioning a story that involved during that time frame in my life. That's it.
Yeah, you're not
that's-
writing
yeah.
military jokes. I don't.
not
You
tell
do,
you.
right?
I have a joke about being a cop just because it's unique. I
Right.
also have a joke about being a paramedic because not everyone was a paramedic either.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Well,
just
that
unique
matters.
life stories. Yeah.
You've
And
done
plus,
a shit ton of service jobs at this point.
I have public
You brewed
service.
beer. You fucking policed
so
fucking
helpful.
military members.
Yeah.
You're a paramedic.
Oh, so
Public-
I can bleed in front of you.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no
I respect
problem,
that.
bro.
I'm not going.
Just
to.
don't break an arm or nothing. That for
Okay.
one reason that was my bugaboo.
the
Yeah,
arm
like,
break.
dude, like
You see a broken
it's-
bone. It does make me
broken
sick to
bones,
my
scratching his
stomach.
elbow.
or hearing them.
He's
or,
scratching his elbow. You know
Oh,
what that-
dude, I had
Yeah.
that was the most like out of all the traumatic things I've seen. Like broken bones are almost always involved.
Yeah.
And sometimes like compound fractures where the bone comes through the skin, and to hear people scream or to hear them break more when you got to move them out of the car. Stop doing that.
Oh, and who's tapping over there? And you're like wood tapping over there. Oh my god.
Like
no,
blood,
that's the African coming out.
blood and guts was here. I'll tell you a story. This involves a broken bone. Me being a paramedic. All right, I'm a new paramedic. I'm riding with my field training officer. I'm not even like cleared through the program yet. I had just been hired. It's in Grand Rapids, Michigan, second biggest city in the state. So there's all kinds of life happening, right?
Love Grand Rapids.
all right.
Gilda's Laugh Fest.
Like plug
Love-
it, bro. I love it. Yeah,
love
but
it.
get me on, Gilda. I'd love to come perform
She's
up there.
dead,
I know
yeah.
she is.
She's
yeah, I
dead.
know who she is. Anyways, it's
Gilda,
like,
I love Gilda's Laugh Fest. I love Grand Rapids because it's a beer brewing city.
yes, it is. It's Beer City, USA.
Well, Technically,
City?
Tampa is now.
Well, no, their
It
actual
was.
title is Beer City, USA.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That's where Founders
That's what,
is and
that's
all
what
that shit.
some people say. We got 100 breweries here. Sorry, bud. Grand
Well,
Rapids is out.
Okay. Anyways, here we go. Here's the story. It's like 2 a.m. We get a call for a motorcycle accident. Right?
Ooh.
So this guy.
Always bad.
Yeah, not great. It's summer night, right? So it's hot. We get to where they dispatch us to, and we see this guy just walking around, right? Shirtless dude, wearing shorts, and he's got like flip-flops on, right? Or maybe no shoes at this point. And he's just kind of walking around in circles, right? And we're like, I get out. I'm like, hey, man, you okay? And he's like, yeah, I think I got to an accident. And like the motorcycle is
I got to an accident.
The motorcycle is like in the back of like a fucking station wagon type vehicle, like in it.
No, that's how motorcycle accidents look like. Like the motorcycle enters the other vehicle that it hits.
So
like it goes into it. It's fucking nasty.
I look at this dude, and he's got some of his intestines are hanging out just a little bit right here, and he doesn't notice it, right? And I'm like, whoa, holy fuck. And I throw my gloved hand on it.
I quit.
And I'm like, hey, let's walk over here, man. And while we start walking to where my partner's pulling the stretcher out, I hear like a...
Oh, no.
And I'm like,
You hear
what?
that? It's
And
rubbing.
And we looked down, and he had broken his tibia and his fibula, and it was like... Both of them were out, and they were rubbing on each other, and he's walking on it. And that's what he had been walking because he was hammered, and he had a massive head injury. He wasn't wearing a helmet.
Don't drink and drive.
So he had two different...
No helmet?
No helmet. He had two different sized
And he
pupils.
lived.
Well...
Oh, no, he didn't. Okay.
He had two different sized pupils. So by the time we got him in the ambulance, he was like, where's my dad? I needed to see my dad. And by the time we got him to the hospital, which is only like 6 minutes away... All he could get out was like, Dad. He was like, Dad, Dad. And his like head was swelling shut. His eyes were swelling shut because his brain was bleeding inside.
I've seen that before where it's like they're kind of dead, but their body didn't figure it out.
So I got him
yet.
into the trauma bay, and I was like,
yeah.
I got to go back to work.
And that's why James doesn't do that job
That's why I don't do that anymore.
I'm glad I'd never done those.
Oh, my God, dude. And that was my first job after the military. Like, that's what I used my GI Bill. I went to school. Like I got a job as a security guard just to help pay bills, and then I went to school and to become a paramedic. So I went straight from Iraq and being a cop, which was super traumatizing, to being a fucking
You just
paramedic.
love trauma.
Well, I liked
backing
public
away
service.
now. It's backing away now.
It was important to me
To help.
yeah, and it was important to me to, and selfishly, it was important to me at times to, and it still is, to be able to. When someone's like, "What do you do for a living?" To be like, "Oh, I'm a paramedic." Be like, "Oh, I could never do that." Like,
I heal with laughter.
Be like, "I know you couldn't do it." That's why when someone's like, "What do you do now?" I'm like, "I'm a comedian." They're like, "Oh, I couldn't do that." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you couldn't. That's why I do it." You know? Like,
I mean, I think
because I can do it.
I think
you know?
people. I think the common thing that I'm finding during this conversation is that the people that are willing to join the military and the people that are willing to be comedians are adventurous. They're just adventurous people.
Yeah, and they're not scared to take a fucking punch in the mouth.
Yeah,
you know?
like we're gonna try to
do.
do some things. We're gonna try to help. We're gonna try, even if it's uncomfortable for us.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because I could not. I didn't want to. Oh my God, it was just.
Yeah, and that was just one.
I don't
that
like
was,
blood.
yeah,
Like
right.
it's just.
Blood doesn't bother me.
I was never a paramedic. I did a whole bunch of medical training, but it was like below the EMT level.
Right.
But it's still gnarly. I mean, when I served in Iraq, I was part of combat train 1 in the 3-4.
Right.
So it's a grunt battalion. So basically, we had the field surgeon and the ambulance and the corpsman and the Navy DOD team and basically anything else that needed to get transported anywhere. So anytime something went to shit, we were there.
Right.
And, a lot of times it was picking up Marines that had been all shot the fuck up.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Like, I didn't run across that a lot in Iraq, our own guys, but I did enough times. That's more traumatized. Depending on what else you
my
saw.
brother. You got some shit you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, bro. Like, therapy,
That's why I'm glad I'm Air Force.
I went to
Me too.
therapy.
Yeah, you should be, bro. You should be. Some of the air bases in Iraq were fucking awesome. You know, they were beautiful.
You need a vacation.
We in Iraq we would go.
Yeah, y'all have pools and shit, man. I was shitting in a hole in the ground.
In Iraq, we'd be like, "Oh my god, we got a prisoner transport to the Air Force base."
Yeah.
Like,
And you
oh my
fist
god,
fights to go to Balad.
and
you
like,
know?
so like we're driving there, and we're like, we're gonna get steak and lobster, and that is not an exaggeration.
No, it's
they
not an
had steak
exaggeration.
and lobster.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think it was Anaconda that it was so big they had SF like doing cop shit in Iraq. Like, hey, slow down. Like, what?
Slow down.
Like, we had to do. I think we dropped something off or had to pick somebody up or something like that. And we show up and we're dirty. You know what I mean?
Go take a shower.
We had just come off the road. Like we had been out all the wire all the time, and it was like, did we go through like a portal and go to North Carolina or something? Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah,
here?
there's landscaping.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Air Force,
And that's what we do.
Nice.
We're trying to get you guys remind you that hey, you are human.
That's true, dude. I
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I dated a chick in the Air Force, an
honestly,
SF chick. and-
Navy's always my favorite.
Honestly, steak and lobster night in Iraq at the Air Force Base is some of the best steak and lobster I ever had in my life.
Well,
It was
because
so good.
That's like one of the most humanizing shit because you
Yeah.
can sit next to people you don't like. Or you can,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean, or your whole squad sits together, and then everyone's just like, "Oh my god," you know, it's like
It's
a
so
simple
good.
pleasure.
Yeah, they had drawn butter. I was like, how the fuck do they
Yeah.
got drawn butter?
What the
They had a
fuck?
cooler filled with non-alcoholic beer. We could pop beers and
Yeah, we had those at our base,
so
but
nice.
they were awful. They're just
No, I used to pretend. I used to like to
Yeah.
pretend.
Ah,
Yeah, that's how I was in Iraq. That's how I would keep non-alcoholic beers in my truck, in my Humvee.
really.
I would keep them in case we got to like a place that had like a palm tree, and then I would go and I would sit against that palm
Well,
tree.
good for you, man. You know, like
I would
need
have a
that
beer.
Florida in me.
I was like, oh, this is so good.
my
my god,
my cooler in Iraq was full of Gatorades, sodas, and the crazy energy drinks that you couldn't get in
oh,
America.
the fucking
the Wild Tigers, Wild Tigers.
Oh, they
Boom
just gave
Boom,
us-
and something else.
They just gave us meth pills. I was
Oh,
in
dude.
03. They just
Wild
give you
Tiger.
meth.
God.
They
Like,
give
here,
you what? What are you talking about?
Oh, they just give you methamphetamines. Yeah, they could just give
They
you
learned,
pills.
they learned it from the Germans.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, they did.
Yeah, when I was in, if you got a little sleepy, they would take one of these.
Oh, like a pet pill? Yeah. So
Yeah,
basically
no,
the
it's
speed.
just methamphetamine. Yeah, it's just speed.
It's speed.
And then we're like,
Pretty good.
And like I told you earlier, where you don't see, where do you not found Air Force people at? Homeless shelters.
I,
That's true.
I
You don't-
guarantee that they're giving the Air Force pilots speed.
they
Oh, for
definitely-
sure.
yeah,
the
for
pilots,
sure.
that's
Yeah,
a
the
different
pilots.
story. Those guys are kings among men, bro. Let them have whatever they want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole Air Force revolves around those motherfuckers.
Hey, what do you need, bro? You need
Exactly. Let whatever you want,
They
sir.
probably get this. They probably get a cure for AIDS if they truly want it.
Probably. Probably.
So,
They invested so much money in those motherfuckers, the training.
For real.
Yeah.
So before we get off the military topic, I do want to talk about mental health. You guys, I do therapy.
I need therapy.
JJ needs therapy. He admits it. So you're gonna start it soon, though, right?
Hey, whenever the check come in, it's funny because like when I go to the VA,
If you sign up for it, they'll make you an appointment right away. You can
I
just
know.
do it on your phone.
I know I could, but it's like I'm also like I don't. It's fucked up. Like I know
You don't even have to go there.
I know I need it. It's just like more along the line of like, it's not that I don't have to have the time for it. It's just like I need to make sure I got everything else taken care of before which is crazy
Which
to
is
say.
that's the wrong
It's crazy
mindset.
to
Yeah,
say.
no. Start with your mind.
You know?
Start with you.
I need to get
and
it.
then everything else will
I
grow
got so
from
much
there.
going on right now. Like
I know, but bro, it's like an hour a month.
I know I need
An
to.
hour a month. That's
need
all
it.
I'm
I
saying.
need it, but I need
You
somebody
do
to talk
therapy,
to.
right? You're a big
Well, of
advocate
course you
for it,
need
right?
therapy. I see the nigga, I keep hitting bones rub against
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, I actually am taking a break from therapy. I've been thinking about starting back up. Well, now that a Griffin's gone, I thought about going back.
Your pup.
Yeah, I put my dog down last week, so that was
I know.
man, that was really hard. So and my
Bro,
girlfriend,
I'm trying to be there for you because I've been through the same thing.
you've been great, man.
I was
You
there
were
for you
you were
too.
the you were the
It's
first
rough.
person.
You met
outside-
Shadow.
yeah.
You met Shadow,
was
and you met
gangster.
Mouse.
I know. I was there for all. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Y'all make me want to have dogs. Then I hear this story and I'm like,
Dude,
damn it, I can't.
you're signing up for heartbreak.
Well, it's all love.
Right.
ends.
Up until then,
all
yeah.
love ends. If you're in love with somebody or something, that it will eventually end.
Right. No, yeah, everything has an expiration.
I'm like,
date.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to go first.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and that's
yeah,
the problem with dogs, man. Like,
that's
yeah,
the problem. With, dogs. It's yeah.
they're not gonna. You're gonna get. Like, I'm hopefully gonna live another 40 years. You know, I had
Nah,
them for
man,
10.
30,
If I'm lucky,
32.
I got 20.
If I get 32 in me, boy.
I'll give you an extra inhaler out here if you need it.
Yeah, I got some in my place. I hook you up. For the medicine that they give me, that they won't pay me for the affliction. They're like, we gave you asthma because of all the burn pit shit in Iraq. I'm on the burn pit list.
Oh,
and
well, that is something we should be talking about besides just mental health
Right.
among veterans, is that all of us that were exposed to burn pits now have respiratory diseases.
I don't get paid for it,
And
do you?
none of us get paid for it.
None of us get paid for it.
They were like, well, you're not diagnosed with asthma. And I was like, okay, but I'm being treated
Yeah, no,
for
but see,
asthma.
but see, I am.
They're like, yeah, but you don't have the diagnosis.
They told me asthma was service related, and they gave me a 0% rating for it.
But because you got 0%, you can get that mean you rated for it.
Well, yeah, but that's why I'm appealing it, and they
yeah,
keep-
definitely appeal it.
Yeah, well, it's trying to go. It's supposed to go to a judge now, and they said that could take 2 years. 2 fucking years, dude. You know? Yeah, you
It took
do
me
know.
8 years
Yeah.
to get my disability.
Damn. Yeah, it took me a while to get my 80%.
It took
that I
me
have
8
now.
years to even work up the confidence to try.
Yeah.
That's why that's why mental health is so important, because I was so distrustful of the military and the
Right.
government that I was like, I'm not even going down there.
No,
Right.
I didn't want to talk to him either. I was like, I don't want to deal.
They called me.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to deal with those
They called
people.
me in one time and made me do a screening after I had done 3 tours in Iraq. They called me in, and then they were like, at the end of the screening, they had everybody gather, and they're like, "Hey, if you're in your first year of inactive service or your last year of inactive service, you're free to go. Everyone else, you're back inside the military. You're back. We're bringing you right back."
What?
Yeah. So I saw dudes like breaking down into tears.
Like recalled them on the spot,
On the spot. And I was in my last year of inactive service.
dude.
I was in my and this was I think this was like an Obama troop push.
Yeah.
That's
think.
crazy
You know
that
what's
you
crazy?
actually showed up to the muster duty. And was like,
I was so scared showing up to it.
When I got out,
and I was like, oh my God, I got out of that?
Oh, dude, bro, I tried to stay in because I was like, well, fuck, my career situation, this kind of
Right.
fucked up.
right.
But I was trying to stay in, and when I got me out, they got me out and a bunch of other people out. They was like, they were like, oh, so I just got lumped in with a bunch of people who they were just gonna put out any fucking way. It was like, all right, well, fuck it.
Sometimes they do that too. It's a lot like professional sports teams,
yeah.
like we said earlier.
Right. It's like,
It's like, how can we use you?
Yeah.
We
you
can't
go.
right now.
Yeah, we can't. We're gonna send you down the
So we're gonna,
minors.
we're gonna send you out, and then we're also not gonna pay you for how we
Yeah.
fucked you up.
Exactly. Yeah. And they will never pay you for ruining your mind and body.
Yeah.
It's okay to drool.
Yeah. Everyone drools sometimes. It's fine.
All right, that's no more military talk.
All right, we're good on military talk. No, I think this is good. I think
It was good. We
It might
needed
be.
it.
It might be well received. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll find out. This is a good time for ad read. If you guys haven't heard me talking about it already, my special, John J. Murray Rhinoceros, is
Yeah.
currently on Amazon Prime. Isn't that amazing?
Woo.
I was stoned as hell last night scrolling through Amazon Prime.
And they popped up.
And then my shit popped up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on here." Couldn't fucking believe it. Couldn't believe it. I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, "Oh yeah, I am on here."
I thought this guy looked familiar.
Yeah, I was like, "I look good too." Yeah, so check out John J. Murray
I look
Rhinoceros.
good, too.
We're also brought to you by the Carry Cart. If you go to carrycart.com, that's Carry Cart with 2 Ks.
2.
And you use the code SP at checkout, you're going to get $20 off your very first Carry Cart. Carry Cart is a cart, it's a dolly, it's a trolley, it's a stepladder, and it's a wagon or something. I don't know. I think there's 5 things. I don't know. Whatever. It's a bunch of stuff. Some stuff. Most stuff.
A lot of carrying shit.
It
Yeah.
folds.
It folds
It
up.
folds up.
It extends, right?
It extends.
Yeah.
You
It's a
just
dolly.
get it. Okay.
It's a dolly.
You probably fucking need it.
Probably.
$20 off, too.
I'm trying to get Farzan and Jared Waters in New York City to get this so they can do their comedy night in the
Oh,
park.
dude. It's
perfect for the comedy night in the park.
It definitely would be.
Yeah.
There's carry out them lights and shit. They put it all in bags right now.
I know, yeah. They're carrying like fucking Whole Foods bags full of
Strong bags though.
They're great.
Strong as shit. Those hemp bags. Yeah.
Especially because now they're probably gonna be in the park until the 4-year anniversary is this Wednesday.
4-year anniversary
Of them in the
of
park.
It's called Training Day.
Training Day in the park.
Training Day in Astoria Park. I want to go and do the one in the winter inside the bar.
That's the one in the bar.
Yeah.
I was there for the bar last year.
Is the bar good? Yeah,
It's a catch-22 because
it's hard to get people to go out in the winter.
Yeah. But the bar, when it's in the bar, it's literally just a let's try out. It really is an actual training day. You're really going to train to be a better comedian.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Dude,
That's the
I'm
whole
all
purpose
about
of the
that.
comedy. So
Got to get up to New York. I'm trying to go to New York at least once a year now.
Okay.
That's my goal.
I think I won't be back for at least a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I need to move to New York.
You shouldn't.
I don't think I need that.
Yeah, I
Because
never
if I
asked
was
you.
single, I probably would.
Oh, yeah.
If I was single, maybe, but I don't think I need to move there. But I can go there. I'm trying to do maybe a couple weeks or a month a year.
I would say go visit New York. And if you're thinking about moving into a different scene, if you're a comic and you're thinking about moving to a different scene, you should go look at the scene, not necessarily in the sense of what it can do for you, but if you can actually enjoy being in that scene. So
yeah,
if
well,
you're not a people person, you probably shouldn't go to New York.
I think
Where
that's
there's like 10 million people.
There's 10 million people there. If you're not a people person, don't
I
go to
think
New
that's a
York.
good point because we do give a lot of comedy advice on here, and that is some of the stuff that trends on YouTube. Is like because like so many people want to be comedians now.
Right.
It's like crazy, the amount of people that really really want to be comedians, and I think that's a good point. Is that like the scene that you're in should kind of reflect what your values are, or what or what you want to do with your life. You know,
right.
because at the end of the day, this is fun.
Yep.
And if you're not having fun, you shouldn't
Should
be
not be
fucking
doing
doing
Right,
it.
yeah. You're literally telling jokes. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Yeah, you're talking about your
Talking
dick.
about my penis.
Like,
Right, yeah.
man.
Legit talk about, busting nuts or whatever.
yeah, like you're being a dumbass on
Yeah.
stage
You should 100%.
in a place that serves alcohol
Yeah.
to people.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Like,
the epitome of fun.
The
You should be
whole
having fun.
entire idea is just to be having fucking
Silly.
fun. Yeah.
Yep.
So New York just didn't jive, huh?
It was not that it didn't jive. I had a great time in New York. It's just not for me.
Right. No, I got
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's just like I enjoyed it. It was a good year. I was there for a year. It was fun. We got to tell jokes and stuff like that. But it's just, my whole thing is I'm not a big people kind of person. So it's like I enjoy my quiet time. I enjoy being by myself. And in New York, you really don't get that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm super focused on comedy. I like actual stand-up. I like telling jokes.
Right.
If you go to New York, you want to be, definitely, if you were into like the idea of like being behind the camera, doing video, doing sketches, doing like writing for all these TV shows and stuff like that, go to New York. That's the perfect place for you.
Okay.
But I like telling jokes. I like being
You
on
like
stage.
being
Yeah.
the
I like
center of
being-
attention.
Not necessarily sitting. I just want to tell jokes. I want to be just a stand-up comedian. And
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think
just
that's
like to tell
totally
jokes.
fucking fair. I want to do all that shit. So I'm gonna make my rounds in New York City,
should.
but also you're going out to Austin soon.
Yeah, I'm
so I'm
going
gonna
to
make I'm gonna make my
Yeah.
rounds in Austin
You
as
should.
well.
I think
Yeah.
you should go to every
I feel like
major
I got
city.
people in every city now.
Oh,
I want to go next summer.
Yeah?
I want to go to Austin next summer. Yeah, I've been thinking about making a trip out there for 4 days or whatever.
Yeah,
you know.
go spend a week. Go spend a week in all these random places.
Yeah, you don't actually have to quit your job to move
don't.
to Austin.
Yeah,
No.
no,
I don't know
you
if you
don't.
guys know that.
No, you don't. And especially us with the disability, I could just be like,
Nope.
hey, I have side gigs. I could just be like, I can not work it this week. and go
Yeah.
to- you know.
I'm all side.
Let's
gigs
do
at
it,
this
dude.
point.
I've been thinking about it and trying to put something together. Like, I'd totally go to Austin with a
run
buddy
right now.
and run into other buddies and goof around for a week. I'll
Yeah.
do that.
That's honestly what you do, bro. Just
Well, yeah. At the end of the day, all of this is just fun.
Fun.
Like,
Yeah.
we should be having fun with our friends.
have fun with our friends.
I just want to do hood rat shit with my
Wanna do hood
friends.
rat
I just
shit
want to
with
do hood
my
rat
friends.
shit. Yeah.
I just want to do hood rat shit with my friends.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, let's jump real quick into some world news.
Uh-oh. Isn't there a song that goes with this? There we go.
Yeah, there's a song. Don't worry about the fucking song.
Live in the Something Planet studio in beautiful Montreal, Canada. From the team that brought you Are Racehorses Real? And Girls Gone Golfing, this is Something Planet World News.
Something planet world news. Have you guys heard about these astronauts that are stuck in space?
No.
You get stuck in space.
Well, you get stuck in space when the United States government cancels the space shuttle program and relies on corporations to deliver astronauts to and from the International Space Station. So what's happening right now is that there's 2 astronauts that were supposed to be up there for, a week? Or 2 weeks or something like that, but they're going to be up there until 2025.
What?
Yeah. They were supposed to be brought back by a Boeing spacecraft.
Oh no, they
What?
got bad
Like,
planes.
okay.
Boeing,
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
airline
yeah.
company that has been having a lot of problems
Yes,
lately.
they can't even make planes right.
Yeah.
They're
This
trying to
is
leave the atmosphere.
This is the company that the plane there was the door ripped off of the plane
You better do a
mid-flight.
couple miles above the sky. Like you can't.
And then there was just like an empty seat next to where the door came off, and the flight attendant came over and was like, "Was there someone sitting there?"
Oh my god. Can't even fly to Cleveland right. You're trying to
Apparently
go to
there
space.
wasn't, but yeah. So they are, so they're responsible for stranding 2 astronauts on the International Space Station.
Why not until the 2025?
Yeah.
I guess because their spacesuits don't match up with the spacesuits or with I guess Elon Musk's spaceship. So Elon Musk's spaceship delivers astronauts to the International
Yeah, I was
Space
about to say,
Station.
just call that motherfucker up.
So they did.
Yeah.
And apparently the spacesuits that Boeing had them mid-flight do not match up with the Tesla ones.
So?
Not Tesla, but SpaceX.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
here's my question. Why can't Elon just get those spacesuits?
Yeah, why doesn't he just
Like
send
just
space?
like, hey,
I
we
don't
gave
know.
you 2 extra spacesuits to
Yeah.
need to put
Apparently
on.
space is very
Space
complicated.
is complicated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to try to bring up the article, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just talk about it off my ass. Because,
Crazy. That's, wow, bro. Like,
yeah, this is the problem that we're having. And the people that say that we need to privatize everything, I think, are
Yeah,
wrong.
I think that's
Maybe
a
we should
bad
just
idea.
have NASA be transporting our
Yeah,
astronauts.
that's probably a good idea.
like, you know who really good with
Remember
space?
how proud...
People with space.
yeah.
Remember how
Nerdy
proud
motherfuckers.
everybody was
Yeah.
of NASA and the things that they were doing, and then
Yeah, we
now we
landed
just
someone
don't
on
do
the
that
fucking
anymore.
moon.
Yeah, now we have Space Force that doesn't do
I haven't
anything
even
in space.
I haven't even seen the uniform.
No.
Yeah, would you guys join Space Force? If
Fuck no, dude.
No?
I want to know who's
You don't
going to
wanna
be the,
be the first motherfucker.
Who's going to be the first guy to mop a floor in space? That's what I want to know.
Who's gonna be the first guy to hurry
First
up and
guy to
wait in
clean
space?
shitters in
Yeah.
space.
The first guy who has fire watch in space.
You gotta sit here and watch. What we looking for?
It could be something coming at us. Like, there's literally nothing around
here,
it.
bro. It's just stars.
They're like, well, you got to do your 2 hours at 11 o'clock at
Sit
night.
up
Yeah,
and
you gotta
hold-
stay up.
yeah.
How am I supposed to know it's 1 o'clock in the morning? Like it's, all this shit dark.
Hold this flashlight. Yeah,
It's 1 o'clock in Georgia.
yeah
fucking
fuck
ridiculous.
Space Force, dude. No, that's ridiculous, dude.
I don't know. I feel like we should have.
We should have a
military in
space force. We should have something for space. Yeah,
We
for
should.
protection.
Well, the
But
Air
like,
Force
But
does
call
that
it
shit.
something better.
Space
know?
Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
'cause
Why
Space
couldn't they call it
Force.
like? Why couldn't they just make it like an extra thing of NASA
Yeah,
so that
just
NASA
NASA.
would get more funding?
Well, no, it was always the Air
Let's
Force.
have a
always handled that.
militarized wing of NASA.
Well, it was always the Air Force. That was their division.
Yeah, we was
Right.
air.
Because almost all astronauts are Air Force pilots.
Right.
So the
pretty
Air
much.
Force had the space division.
Yeah.
It was Trump's idea to be like,
Just
just
separate
make it-
them.
Yeah, exactly. Make them their own thing.
just want to make them separate.
Well, he had to.
We're gonna colonize space.
He
bro.
had to announce something. I feel like.
What, they
Like he didn't get anything else done in his entire
don't
career
tell
as
that out
president.
loud. The people down your road.
I know. People get so mad at JJ when he talks shit about Trump on YouTube. But like,
Yeah.
we got the most comments from JJ talking
Give a
shit.
fuck.
We gotta
from
get
JJ
T.
talking
Davis
about
on
black
here and have
dogs
him talk
or
about-
black
yeah.
jobs.
Really? Black job. Well, then, fuck you. I don't give a fuck.
That was the
motherfuckers
most
ain't on-
comments we got. Was like, you know what he meant when he
No,
said
you
black
know
jobs.
what he
Like,
meant.
bitch,
Like,
you know what he meant. Yeah.
You know what he meant.
But no, I mean, yeah, he didn't accomplish anything in his term, so he had to announce something, right? And his thing that he could announce is Space Force because like that's something that the president actually has power over It's
to create a new branch of the military.
I guess.
Well, it had to be. It was approved by Congress. It had to be approved by Congress. It was.
Yeah, and it
Space
was because it
Force
was
is
like,
the
okay,
They was
sure.
already going to approve it though. Probably just like
Yeah, it's fine.
Although last time I went to Bay Pines, the big VA center, you know how they have all the.
Did they
banners?
add a Space Force
There's
logo?
a fucking space. I'm like, how are there Space Force veterans?
What is the
already? Like,
logo? Yeah.
It looks like
Star Trek.
It looks very Star Trekky, bro. Google that shit. It looks super Star
Let me
Trekky.
see.
I'm fucking.
It looks like dude, it looks like an A with like planets around it.
I
And
fucking
it
knew
looks
it.
like it's ridiculous.
Yes, I was going with Star Trek, and I'm proud.
Yeah, no, you should. Yeah. Star
Oh,
Trek
here it is. Oh, it does.
looks-
Star Trekky.
It
looks
does
so
look like
stupid.
that.
Yeah.
Let me throw it on
Yeah, do your new little trick, dude.
the OBS real quick. Here's the Space Force logo. Here it is. And okay, so yeah, this try to turn it on
Uh-oh. Is it going to work?
here. It might. It might.
We got
Oh
power.
no, I have it turned off. I have it turned off right now.
No, it says no
because we
signal.
don't actually need it. Yeah,
Oh, here, I'll pull it. Oh, I'll pull it up for you, JJ.
you can pull it up. But it looks very much the same as fucking Star Trek. That's honestly ridiculous.
Oh my God! It is.
Yeah.
Oh, like I was joking about it. I didn't realize it was that fucking
Yeah.
close.
Oh, dude, it looks like what was it, the Enterprise?
Starfleet?
Yeah,
Yeah, Starfleet.
Yeah, Starfleet. Yeah, they were probably pissed that name was taken already. That's why they named it Star Force.
Okay.
God.
So yeah, that's all the news.
By the way, if there's ever a Space Force member or veteran that wants to get a hold of the show just to prove that you're real, like,
oh yeah, just tell me.
yeah, hell,
we
like-
got questions.
yeah, for sure. I got lots of questions. We're not far from McDill. I'm sure there's one or two of those motherfuckers
one
running
of
around.
one of the reasons that we're talking about all this veteran shit today on the podcast is because I am actually going to be putting together a veterans tour coming up.
What? Are you serious?
So yeah, I at least comedy night. We're gonna start it small, around the local area or anybody's local area. But what we're wanting to do is that there's so many veteran comedians that are so
Right.
fucking funny.
Right. Yeah.
That I just want to get them all together and fucking you pay one price and you get to see all the veteran comedians, and then you're actually supporting the troops. There's so many comedy shows. There's so many comedy shows where they're like, "Come out to support the troops. We're raising money for the troops," and then they don't book any of the troops.
Right.
They don't book because there's so many comedians. Like, how many times have you been like, "Hey, I'll volunteer to raise money for this veterans charity," and then they don't even book you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
They book somebody else.
It's like, who is this guy?
Yeah, like they don't
fine.
give a fuck. So that's I don't know what we're gonna call it, but it's gonna be happening soon. Yeah, we're gonna be
Sweet,
we're gonna be
dude.
doing it. We're gonna have because there's so many vet
It's a
comics.
bunch of us. But it's always been a bunch of us.
There's always been a bunch. I mean, Drew Carey is a fucking
he's a Marine. Yeah.
Fucking Brian
Drew
Simpson.
Carey more gangster than me?
Yeah, Drew
Yeah.
Carey's a fucking Marine.
Yeah, Brian Simpson's a Marine.
Brian Simpson,
Marine.
cool as shit. Yep, Marine.
Fucking Spike Salzer.
Yep. Oh.
Opposite end of the spectrum.
Yep.
Also Marine.
Gary Owens.
Fucking
Fucking
Gary Owen is
Darnell Rollins.
Navy.
Donnell Rollins.
Darnell
Yeah.
Rollins. Navy.
Navy.
And Darnell Air Force, I think.
Air Force, I think, down the so it's
Yusha
like
Thomas. He's,
from guys that have been doing it like a year or more, like James, all the way to fucking Brian Simpson, one of the biggest Netflix comedians in the
Yeah.
country right now, fucking veterans, and we should be showcasing these guys,
Yep.
me included.
Yeah, you included for sure. you got some laughs behind you, bro.
I got a couple. Well, I'm working on a set right now, and I haven't actually said this out loud in public before, but I am working on I'm working on a fucking set right now, like one-man show, like 30-minute one-man show, all about my time in the Marine Corps.
Oh shit, that's
and,
dope.
And I want to bring it to Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Nice.
Cool,
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to do it for a month straight in Edinburgh and videotape every single fucking night and make it a special.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so I don't think it'll happen next year, but maybe the year after that.
Right.
I think I'll be doing a residency in Edinburgh.
That's awesome.
Did you know you don't even have to be accepted into the Edinburgh Fringe Festival?
I didn't even know
You
that.
just get to go.
You just show up.
Well, you have to you have to have a contract with a venue,
Right. Okay.
and that is literally the only qualification.
Wow.
Is a contract
Isn't
with a
that what
venue.
Baby Reindeer did or something like that?
Yeah, Baby Reindeer
Oh, that's how
was
you got it.
Edinburgh.
Yeah. Go down.
Yeah, a lot of these, Louis C.K. didn't invent doing a fucking show or one special every year. Louis C.K. didn't invent that. That was actually the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. All those English guys would do that every single year.
They would do 30 minutes?
So they would do, it's 30 minutes to an hour is usually what it is. And they would do their show at Edinburgh Fringe Festival 30 times. And then they would burn all of that shit and then start over and write another show every single year. And that was kind of their goal.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. Sounds
Step my
challenging.
game up. I'm fucking up.
Yeah. I'm fucking up
Now
too.
I just got YouTube dudes mad at me. I don't even know it.
You don't even know. I don't even look at the comments, but I can. Well, they'll show me like partial of the comment on the dashboard or whatever. I'm like, oh, people are mad at JJ.
I hope they keep being fucking mad at me. I fucking need to be canceled. I can be so rich.
That's what I keep saying is like people ask like, don't you worry? Like, people watch my special and they'll be like, don't you worry that you'll get canceled? And I'm like, okay, well, that would mean I'm acknowledged.
Right,
Yeah.
I want somebody to be so mad at my opinion
That they think I should go
They
away
realize
forever.
That they want everyone else in the world to see it. So, yeah.
this dude.
So that
Exactly.
you can say fuck you too.
Exactly.
Give a fuck. Hate
Yeah.
me,
Be
please.
laughing all the way to Barbados, bitch.
I was just telling my brother this. I'm like, when I find out people don't like me, I don't aim to try to make them not like me anymore.
Oh, no,
I'm like,
yeah.
No. If anything, I'll be like, oh, keep it up.
Yeah.
Like, I like it when people don't.
Yeah,
like
that helps.
It helped me out so much, but I don't have to bullshit around you no more. I
Right.
can be, oh, no, fuck, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Oh, perfect. You
Yeah.
don't like me. Damn it, now I want to just, perfect.
It's Something Planet,
Do
Massive
one more
Media,
segment, and then we gotta get out of here. Something Planet, Massive Media, tonight. I started watching a new show. I thought it was really good, and it's actually based on a comic book. It's on Netflix. I haven't heard of this. This is from fucking a year ago. I started watching this last night. It's really intriguing. It's called Bodies. It's based on a Vertigo comic, and it's about in London, a body shows up in this alleyway that's completely naked with a bullet shot through the eye, but there's no bullet inside of the body. And it shows up, and it's a complete mystery, but it happens in 3 different times.
Oh, I've seen a trailer for that show.
Yeah, so it happens in 1890, it happens in 1941, and it happens in 2023.
Oh,
in the
that's
exact
gangster.
same alleyway.
Oh, that's gangsta as fuck. Okay.
And so 3 different cops have to investigate
The same-
this same crime
At different time frames?
in different times.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm
Yeah, so this is weird as fuck. Yeah. And then at the end of the first episode, you're like, what is going to happen next? And this is a spoiler, but I think it might intrigue people to actually watch this because I haven't heard anybody speaking about this show.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
I haven't heard anybody talking about the show. So at the end of the first episode, all of a sudden it shows 2045. And they drive in the same alleyway, and then there's a fucking body there in 2045. And then they go up, the cop goes up to like check its pulse, and the motherfucker wakes up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's the end of the first episode.
Okay.
So you're like, what the fuck is happening?
This is a Netflix show.
This is a Netflix show called Bodies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna go check this
fucking.
out.
I watched fucking 3 episodes of it last night because my wife's out of town and I'm living single life now.
Eating Stouffer's French bread pizza.
Yeah, I mean in the air fryer.
Fucking 6 minutes in the air fryer, bro.
6 minutes in the air
The fact
fryer.
that you know that by the time.
We know.
I remembered. He
No,
told
I
me.
said
He
it at the
said
beginning of
it.
the
Yeah.
show.
It's called a callback.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for this episode.
right.
You guys watch anything?
I just started watching. I love docuseries, and I'm a big American mafia historian.
Okay.
So I guess the History Channel just put out a new series called American Godfathers. I bought it on YouTube, so I'm like,
You bought it on YouTube.
season 1, bro. It was like
You
$6.
bought the whole season?
Hell
On
yeah,
YouTube?
bro.
Okay.
I love history, and the mafia is one of the things that I'm like a super nerd
shit.
about. Yeah, mafia and American military history are like
His
my two-
middle name is actually Gabagool.
Yeah, it is.
James Gabagool.
Gabagool, hey, fucking yay! So that's what I've been watching. That's what I just started watching.
Okay.
I've been watching.
That's interesting.
I've been watching this show. My nieces and nephews watching it, and they got me intrigued. It was on Netflix. It's called Super Sales.
Okay.
It was about a bunch of British, it's in Britain, but a bunch of all the black people basically have sickle cell.
Okay.
But because they all have sickle cell, they all have a superpower.
Oh.
So the government is like trying to wrap them up and trying to get them all too before they use their power to go against it. It's a crazy.
So they all have different powers, or they all have the same?
different powers. They all have
Okay.
different. One person got mind telepathy. One person can vanish and teleport.
So like X-Men.
So basically heroes, but with black people.
Oh,
British.
okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
remember Heroes.
So
Heroes
it's
but with British black
with
people.
British
Yeah.
black people, and I like to think to myself, they go home and talk American when they get out.
Do you think they drop the accent when the camera turns off?
Yeah, it's like, man, this is a really good show. Like, damn, niggas.
How long you practice that accent?
So, yeah. But yeah, it was a pretty good show. It was like 6 episodes. It was quick.
Supercell.
Yeah, super cell. But it's all about how they all connected through sickle cell. And
Okay, I
everything.
did not realize that because I'd heard people mention that show. I knew it was a superhero thing, but I didn't know it was like black people with
Yeah.
like sickle cell.
Yeah, so that was like the connection to it. Like all of them
Okay.
have to have sickle cell to know they have the power for it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's an interesting show. I'm gonna probably watch that tonight.
You should watch it. Let's
I love
see how many
superhero
hate
shit.
comments get about sickle cell. Black people don't have sickle cell.
Yeah, we're gonna get like a bunch of conspiracy theories. Like, how dare you blame Trump for sickle cell
Cell,
anemia?
like, I didn't even say that.
You guys got some shows coming up?
I'm at Side Splitters Comedy Club at this weekend, Labor Day weekend. From
Labor Day weekend.
Thursday through Sunday. I'm there with
Main club.
Main club, and I'm there with it's a bunch of people doing this weekend. So it's I know I'm doing with Trish this Sunday, and then some more people. It's like 3 headliners this weekend.
Okay.
I can't even tell you exactly who, but Side Splitters featuring. So come
Side
see me.
splitters. Hell yeah.
I just want to drop. I'm not even going to plug any of my shows. Go to my website to see my shows. It's johnjcomedy.com. But the show that I want to plug is I'm bringing Mike Rivera to downtown Dunedin at Jack Polino's Pizza. That's going to be on September 14th. I got him and Dan Weeks coming. It's going to be back to school comedy night. Tickets are $20. Get the tickets now. It sells out every single time. So if you
Nice.
want to go, get the tickets.
All right. I got my first show in Bradenton next month on the 11th. Yeah, on Patriots Day at the Big Top Brewers Collective.
Yes.
Shout out to
Big
Drew
Top is
Rulo
good.
for shooting that out. Yeah.
Been a bit top.
I've never been there before, so I'm
you have
stoked
fun.
about it.
That's
and then
good.
I have the horrible decision on September 14th at the Hot Mess that I decided to do.
Enjoy that.
You know what? I'm going to have fun with it. It's going to be just a bunch. I mean, I'm friends with Jander. I'm sure this guy will go.
Yeah, I talked up
you
Hot
know.
Mess this show, and it's like competing with my show, but whatever. It's fucking fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be
fun.
great.
Go to it.
So I got those 2 on the books so far that are coming up.
Real.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Remember,
Yeah,
carrycart.com. That's carrycart with 2 Ks. Check out John J. Murray Rhinoceros on
Yeah.
Prime.
Amazon Prime, baby.
And check out random-fandom.com. That's the official T-shirt company of the Something Planet podcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please subscribe. Please follow. Please like on all social media platforms, including YouTube. We love you guys. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.